Volunteering is really the sort of lifeblood of GL11. We simply couldn't function without the volunteers. My role really is to never turn anyone away who wants to volunteer here. So we have opportunities for all skill sets. We all have something to offer, and we all hopefully will take something from that experience.
We try to do fairly simple projects with the guys here. Ideally, I like them to come along with their own ideas. One of the chaps today decided he wanted to make a bird table. Put that in his garden, and then he'll look out and say, I made that, and and take some pride in it. And I actually like making things, but it's nice to actually help other people out. I've enjoyed it. I've got something out of it that I feel I'm giving something back to the world. But equally, I'm getting a bit of socialising out of meeting them as well. So fulfilling one of the bits that I'm missing now I'm not working any longer.
I went through a bad spell about 5 years ago. I can't say exactly. Basically, I was diagnosed with severe anxiety, depression. Somebody mentioned offhand, why don't you try GL11? So I came along. And it was the best thing I ever did, to be honest, because as soon as I walked in the door, I was made to feel welcome. At that particular time, there was someone that could help me with counselling. And basically all I did was talk. It helped me, giving me confidence, self-esteem, being part of a wonderful environment where everything's positive. It felt like it was a haven for me, so I wanted to give something back. So that's why I do it.
I was off work for a few months over the pandemic with stress and anxiety. I was wanting to do something to help me but help others, and I've really found it very rewarding doing that. It's helped me move from not a very good place to a lot better place now. It keeps you sort of centred and grounded a bit more. To do something to help others makes me feel good about myself. If I hadn't done this, it would have taken me longer to get to a better place.
At the start of COVID, they were asking on Facebook for volunteers. So I worked with GL11 staff to set that up, which was the listening ear. And the response to that was absolutely amazing. We had loads of wonderful therapists and counsellors who gave their free time. They asked me if I'd like to become a trustee, helping with the safeguarding. So I was, wanted to help them and be part of it. And also I felt that it's good for me because it uses my skills. It makes you feel really good volunteering, especially if you're helping local people, and sometimes it can be challenging, but that's good. And having a laugh really, because the other thing that we do is we do have a laugh.
Volunteering for GL11 has hugely affected my sense of community. I've only lived in the area for 3 years, and with the lockdown in between it was quite hard to get to know people. And this has been wonderful. It's such a lovely, friendly, supportive environment and very positive energy that comes out of the group.
We've got things like our gardening group. They've been meeting for over a year now. They keep our lawns looking tidy, they weed the beds, that sort of thing. The food bank in particular, the volunteering is just essential to that work. And we also have volunteers who work in the kitchen serving the lunches on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Paid staff, we simply don't have the time or the resources to be able to run these things without that core there. So it's absolutely essential.
I'm at the moment volunteering, but I'm also a trainee counsellor. And so it's been really great to have a place I can come to kind of get that experience and have that support as well. After the 6 weeks of counselling, we can refer people to other groups within GL11. I referred a client recently to the befriending service, where they would like to actually volunteer to go and visit other people in the community. And I felt that would give them a sense of purpose and meaning, and also they wanted to help other people. And I think that's a really powerful thing to kind of go on, help other people once you've had a bit of help yourself.
It really all started, the sort of loneliness type, was when my husband Dave died. He died 5 years ago.
I think the first time we were on the phone it was about an hour. And then now we regularly meet up. We try and do it once a week, and I think I probably get as much reward out of this as what Sylvia does. Really, it's kind of like good for both of us.
It did me the world of good. It really opened me up. I didn't feel so left out.
Because I was no longer working, to be in the house and not talk to anybody all day long was like, I need to sort this before it gets too bad. So hence the call to Adam, and hence the, come on, you can help me, I can help you, and that's how it works, and that's how volunteering should work.
It's done me the world of good. It's made me a different person. Took some time.
It's massively increased your confidence, hasn't
Oh
it?
gosh, yes. I'm so pleased that I decided to take Adam up on his offer.
First got involved with GL11 after I caught COVID back in April 2020. I got worse and worse, and we realised I had long COVID. GL11 started a long COVID peer-to-peer group, which I joined. I was actually talking to people in real time, sharing experiences and giving each other a great deal of support is hugely beneficial. Audrey asked me to start facilitating, and that was the voluntary thing. It was astonishing to see people improving and lifting them, because a lot of people were very depressed about it and got work problems. And then in the long term, because I was doing so much of it, GL11 wanted to pay me, so I'm now on the books. My attitude to actually doing it hasn't really changed. I feel like I'm a group member, and some of the support is absolutely massive, especially between some very vulnerable people, and giving each other a lot of love and hope and positivity. After those periods of isolation and waking up every morning feeling really bad, it really raises your hope. And I think having a positive state of mind during illness is one of the most crucial things you can have to pull you through it.
Well, I think the main idea at the time for GL11 was to give an opportunity for people who are isolated on their own in older life to really go back and look over their earlier years.
I felt sort of quite honoured in a way to be asked. It's made me remember what I have done and what happened, because, you know, we just go through life. Life is so busy these days, you don't have much time to reflect on anything.
For me, it's great, big fun. As a volunteer, you feel as though you're making a contribution even.
So the volunteers have been integral to the smooth running of the centre for the last 18 months now. Absolutely no way this would have worked without the help of the volunteers. We've had people in tears after vaccinations, and the volunteers have been there to help them and soothe kind of their anxieties. People that are really scared beforehand, the volunteers have literally walked them from their car, sometimes all the way through to the vaccination point and back out. Yeah, absolutely brilliant, all of them, all the time.
Morning, GL11. How can I help?
People do gravitate here, and I think you get back more than you give, really, because you get an opportunity to meet people. It will get you out of your house, and it will get you back into the community and seeing people, socialising, developing these skills.
I've been helping at GL11 with the digital inclusion. These days, so much is dependent on IT, and if you don't have things like an email, you can be excluded. And if they can use email or FaceTime, then they can keep up with their relatives and their loved ones. And I think that's a big important thing for a lot of people who might otherwise be isolated but can feel connected by using IT. I think GL11, it helps people who need a bit of help. It's a place for volunteers to give that help, and of course the volunteers gain a large amount as well. After I retired, I had much less connection with the community. It gives me a feeling that I'm still connected to the community.
97.5% of people who volunteer with us here at GL11 report that they feel an improved sense of confidence after having volunteered. And 95% of people say that they felt an improvement in their mental health and well-being. Volunteering can be so life-changing to people. There's people who've come through the door here effectively and ended up here, and that's through engaging in participating in the community, feeling a sense of belonging and really feeling like they're making a difference. And I must say that's how I feel too, and that's what really sort of motivates me to come in every day, and that's what I see all around me here, is people striving to make a difference.
There's nothing you can do in life better than helping other people. It's worth far more than any wealth or anything you can gather. And also it gives you a sense of purpose. It's really beneficial in so many ways, a huge spectrum of benefits. And it makes you feel good about yourself, which I think's life affirming.